This meeting is being recorded.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. I am Dr. Siti Suriani Othman, and I'm presenting this paper with my colleagues from UTAR, University Tunku Abdul Rahman, Liana Nayan, and Aruna Devarajoo. I am from Faculty of Leadership and Management, University Science Islam Malaysia. So I am sharing you the paper that we have here. It's on a survey on our students' awareness and willingness to participate in environmental communication. So basically, we studied students from USIM and students from Utah in this descriptive survey. So let me show you the findings. Here we have a total of 73 communication students from USIM who involved in this study, and we have 83 communication students from Utah. So what we did was to provide them with an online survey, a Google form, and they answer some questions related to environmental communication, how much they really understand about environmental communication and their willingness to participate if there are any programs or activities related to environmental communication. So what we found is interestingly, out of that number, we found that majority of the students perceive themselves as understand what environmental communication is. For example, 78.1% of USIM students believe they understand environmental communication, while 59.5% of Utah students also believe the same thing. So we think this is really good because we feel that the students perceive themselves positively towards their understanding about environmental communication. However, we examine further and we really want to find out whether they really understand what environmental communication is, or it's just only their perception that they understand. So let us see the findings from USIM students. Okay, from here you can see that out of 73 responses that we received, the correct answer is actually the first one, yeah? Environmental communication is using communication to understand about environment. So it's the blue one, 16.4%. So among Muslim students, when we examine further, only 16.4% really understand what environmental communication is. Majority of them answered the red one, which is using awareness to make people understand issues related to environment. So that's just something that we provide options to make them confused. So we use the word environment and also we use the word awareness, and the majority of them choose that. Similarly, we found similar pattern of students understanding on this, where among Utah students, also we found out that it's about the same amount or portion of students who really understand environmental communication. It's just about 15.5%. And also, majority of Utah students, which is 53.6%, also answered the wrong answer about what environmental communication is. So with that level of understanding, we asked several more questions to know their awareness about environmental communication. So we try to give several options which are familiar issues and try to ask them how much of their familiarity about these environmental issues have they come across these issues in the media and understand about it. So we give some options, actually all of these options: climate change, air pollution and water pollution, deforestation and logging, and also global warming. All of these are options which are so familiar in environmental communication issues, major issues. So among USIM students, basically they understand the most and familiar the most on air pollution and water pollution issues. And also the second one is on global warming. And among Utah students, majority of them feel that they understand and have come across on global warming issues and also climate change. So for these findings, we are quite happy because we realize that both students from both universities, both group of students, they have come across on global warming issues, which is actually, we can say, one of the major environmental issues we are facing currently now in the world. And also we have two more questions to know about their readiness, whether they're ready to involve in campaigns and activities related to environmental communication. And what we did found find is that majority of them from both universities, this is finding from USIM and this is the finding from UTAR. And so basically all of them, majority of the students from both universities answered yes. They are willing to actually involve in environmental campaigns and write about it in the media for others to know. And the final question that we asked is if there is any opportunity to join environmental campaigns, I will definitely join it. Yes or no. Majority of them from USIM also answered yes, they will definitely join or they will join. Only one person said he or she will not join. And for UTAR also we received a majority of answer except for 3 students who said they may not join. Okay, so basically the conclusion for this study is we can say that basically in terms of the awareness, students have some kind of exposure already to environmental communication, but maybe the real understanding they need to be exposed and they need to read more about environmental communication so that they would have accurate definition and understand the term accurately. Yeah, but the good thing is that they are willing to join, and we argue that basically if they are given chances, a lot of opportunities, exposure, definitely these groups of students from both universities, they will join all kinds of campaigns for the environment and also write for the media on environmental issues and to make people aware of how important environment is. So that's it on our presentation for ICOSA. Thank you so much. And we hope that you get some new information from, the views of these students from these 2 universities. Happy conferencing. Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera.